English grammar and Women's Day. What's the connection? Here is something your English teacher probably never told you. Language is not neutral. Words are not innocent. Language doesn't just describe the world, it builds it, creates it. Our words show others how we see the world and what we think is true and important. And when we look carefully at English and at other Indian languages, we find something uncomfortable. For a long time, our words and grammar quietly pushed women to the side, like the cherry on top of a cake. Nice to have, but not the main thing. But that is changing today, again through the power of the words that we use, words that have become the vehicles for equality. So let's talk about the old grammar of women's invisibility and the quiet change we see today through our new choices of words. Think of some sentences and proverbs you have heard 1,000 times. Man is a social animal. He who hesitates is lost. And words such as mankind, man made, sportsmanship. And what about professional titles? Chairman, policeman, manpower. I can go on and on, the list is endless. And this is not just surface level impact. If we ask our parents what images do they have when they hear the following words: doctor, man; pilot, man; police officer, man; nurse, woman; hairdresser or beautician, woman; cook, woman. Because a male cook was not a cook. Oh no, he had a fancy name. He was a chef. So, do you see? The language decided who was important and who wasn't. There is a name for this in grammar, the generic he, which means using he, him, or his when you are talking about any person in general, whether it was a man or a woman. So, we've heard sentences like every employee must submit his report. A good leader knows his team. For centuries, this was considered correct English, proper English. But think about a young girl reading a textbook that says, a scientist must record his observations carefully. Somewhere quietly, a message is sent. This is not for you. And before we think this is only an English problem, let us look closer to home at our own languages. Sentences like आदमी की पहचान उसके काम से होती है. A person is known by their work. और आदमी वही जो काम आए. A true person is one who is useful. And what about this famous old Hindi song? आदमी मुसाफिर है. Man is a traveler, wanderer, philosopher. Or even this simple, seemingly innocent question, कौन आया? Not कौन आई or I. And this is not just specific to Hindi. Almost all languages have such tendencies. Because as we said, words reflect the reality of how a community thinks. But here is the beautiful thing about language. It is not fixed or hard and fast like stone. It is fluid like water, always flowing, changing with the tide of new understanding and awareness. And because English is a global language, it is changing fast to become more equal and inclusive, to let every voice be heard. Instead of using he, him, his for everyone, we now often use the third person pronouns they, them, their for all third person references, both singular and plural. For example, instead of saying every employee must submit his report, today we say every employee must submit their report. Or instead of saying if someone forgets his password, he can reset it, we can say if someone forgets their password, they can reset it. Job titles are also becoming gender neutral. Today we commonly say chairperson instead of chairman, police officer instead of policeman, and flight attendant instead of air hostess. These are not just new words, they are open doors that quietly say this job is for anyone, man or woman. We also increasingly say humankind instead of mankind, and human power or workforce instead of manpower. So, do you see how language is not just passive communication? It is a mirror that reflects the trends, changes, and power dynamics of a society. This Women's Day, notice the language around you, in your textbooks, in your office emails, in your everyday conversations. Think of your own mother tongues and see if you can find similar examples that made women invisible. I'm sure you will. And do share such examples with us in the comments. It would be interesting to see how almost all languages showed this trend sometime or the other. Uncovering these hidden patterns in language will help you look at language with a new sense of perspective and understanding. Because changing a word is not about fashion. The way we speak today shapes the world we live in tomorrow. We wish you all a very happy Women's Day at the Listener's Nest.